Well, it's another world premiere over at the Adrian R. Center. This next show is about a Marine Medal of Honor winner hiding a checkered past. I sat down with the playwright and the lead actress of Fear of Harsh to get to the heart of some hidden truths. Chris, first up, why don't you tell me a little bit about the Zoetic Stage and what it means to South Florida?
Zoetic Stage is a theater that was founded by playwrights and directors in Florida, local artists, and our mission is to do work that originates here and then have the work go elsewhere. So it's really an opportunity to showcase artists in the community.
Tell me about your inspiration for this work.
I had an encounter with a Medal of Honor winner probably 5 or 6 years ago that was surprisingly unpleasant. And I thought it was interesting that this guy, because he had won a Medal of Honor, he was giving a speech in front of a crowd, basically was able to say anything he wanted and keep the audience wrapped and get away with it. And I thought that was kind of an interesting premise. And around the same time, a law was passed that made it illegal to lie about being a Medal of Honor winner. And these ideas kind of bounced around in my head. And I thought it was interesting that our conferring this very almost sacred award on people changes us and changes them, and I thought that was an idea worth writing about.
How did you choose Karen for the role?
I have been aware of Karen's work down here. This is part of what I think makes our theater a wonderful thing. And when I originally was putting together a reading for the play, I had Karen in mind for the role. It's gotten to be more and more of a collaboration, which is really wonderful. I think a couple of my favorite lines, unfortunately, now are Karen's that she's written. So, but that's the kind of artistic synergy that doesn't happen unless there are people working together organically from the community.
That has to be incredible for you to hear. This was written with you in mind.
Absolutely. It's a great compliment, especially coming from Chris. Chris has a great reputation as a playwright here in South Florida. I've been dying to do one of his plays for a long time, so when I was asked to do the reading, I jumped at the opportunity.
So tell me a little bit about your character.
I play Corporal Mary Jean Boudreau. She's an Army soldier. She has served on a joint task force, and I'm a little down on my luck.
What did you do to prepare for the role?
I have a niece who's in the Army. She's actually in military college right now, and she's a great source for me. And so when she gets out of college, she'll be going in as an officer. She's quite a leader, and I can get a lot of information from her.
What's one nugget that you've learned in preparing to play this role that maybe was unexpected or a surprise?
What a person has to go through mentally and emotionally to do the things that are necessary to be an effective soldier.
The character she plays is a female African-American soldier and a lesbian. I'm none of those things, and Karen's only half of those things, but she has tapped into
Three quarters.
Well, that's what I was going to say. She has found her inner soldier and her inner lesbian so far in rehearsal really well. And
thank you.
Yeah. Well,
what's it like for you as a playwright to see it sort of coming together? Because you have this vision in your head, and you've written all these words. You've sort of imagined what the scene would look like. But when people like Karen are actually up there doing it, what's that feeling for you?
It's funny you asked that, because we were talking about this right before the interview, and I told Karen it had not really struck me how dramatic these characters would look on stage, because the way I see Karen on stage, she has a very kind of an intense and focused presence. And you know, if you look at her and imagine a young, very naive high school girl on spending stage time with her, it makes a really stark and interesting picture as these people try to figure one another out. And that was something that I was obviously aware of writing the roles, but it didn't hit me viscerally until I saw them actually performing with each other.
So what do you want people to walk away feeling when they see this work?
This is a play that's steeped in war, but is not about war. It's really meant to be an examination of what the process of giving people awards does to us and what it does to them. And it's meant to ask people, is that such a good thing? And should we put the emphasis on that we do? Whatever the award is. I just happen to pick what I think is the most important and the most honored of awards that we give in this country.
We're quick to label people as heroes in this country, but personally, I think that anyone who serves and comes home alive is a hero.
They all deserve a medal
They all
to be
deserve a
pinned
medal.
on them.
Absolutely.
Fira Parsh will be on stage November 7th through November 24th inside the Carnival Studio Theater. If you want to experience this world premiere for yourself, head over to artcenter.org to grab your seats now before they run out. Hey, thanks so much for watching this very special edition of Six in the Mix. Don't forget that you can follow Zoetic Stage on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The information is right here down below. I'm Jose Suarez. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you here next time on Six in the Mix.